So hello and welcome back to my channel. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Saskia and I am a second year psychology student at the University of Southampton. So as you can probably tell by the title, I'm going to talk through kind of 10 pieces of advice, 10 things that either I wish I knew before first year or really quite helpful to know before you go into university. But my first thing is get out of your comfort zone. So do everything. In sixth form I did nothing. I didn't do any sport. There was nothing offered, but I didn't do anything. I didn't want to do anything. I was basically just terrified. University, it's a complete fresh start. Nobody knows you. Nobody knows anything about you. Like, chances of someone coming from your sixth form are very slim. And even if they do, you're probably not going to see them. Like, just do everything. I went to society tasters of societies I didn't necessarily want to go to, but I was like, well, I might consider it. It might be interesting. Just talk to everyone, do things that you wouldn't maybe normally do to just try and make friends. Like, I would never kind of like say yes to go to coffee with people, but I now do this. I would never really like go out and drink. I now do this. I mean, I barely even like went and did things. I just didn't do things. My comfort zone has expanded so much. It has doubled, tripled, quadrupled since being at university. Like, I used to do absolutely nothing. I can go out for coffee, I can talk to people I don't know, I can message people first, I go to netball groups, I talk to strangers. Like, if you know me, I didn't do this before. Like, I do things now. Don't necessarily reinvent yourself, but become the best version of yourself. Like, I've always maybe wanted to do these things, but have never felt able to. Like, I've not changed as a person, I've just enhanced the better elements of myself maybe. But yeah, get out of your comfort zone, say yes to everything. In the first few weeks of freshers, people will just send messages in WhatsApp like, anyone want to go for a coffee? Yes, you do want to go for a coffee. I made the mistake of not saying yes and I really regret it. I haven't made that many friends. I've got 3 friends. Like, yes, granted everything was kind of online, COVID, it was hard to make friends, but like, if you have the opportunity to do things, do them. If you go to a social, if you go to like a society and they're like, right, we're gonna go for a drink afterwards, do you wanna come? Yes, you do wanna go. Even if you don't wanna drink, go and get an orange juice. Just go and sit with them, hang out, talk to them. Kind of linked with this, get a wide group of friends. Like, I don't really have a wide group of friends, but I don't really have friends to begin with, but make friends everywhere. Like, so I'm doing psychology. I have, all of my friends are doing psychology. Like, I want more friends in this. Go to, like, if there are like subject specific groups, go to those. Like, you know, I might go to a psychology netball, make friends with the psychology people there. But I also go to STEM netball and a netball for the halls that I was in first year. Make friends with those people. Like, you don't have to be besties, but just try and expand your group of people that you know. You don't have to be friends with them, but just kind of interact with lots of people. It's nice to know people, it's nice to feel like you know people. And like, don't stop making friends either. Like, don't kind of, you know, make friends maybe with your flatmates and think, right, I'm comfortable with this is a good amount of friends for me. Don't stop. Like, keep going to new social events, keep going to society tasters, keep interacting with people, talk to people at the gym, go to fitness classes with people, do things with people, and don't like stop. Don't like decide by kind of December time, like, oh, I've got my good group of friends. Because one or two of my friends, well, like one of my friends I didn't really become like friends with until like February, March, April, like not at the very beginning of uni. Like, you don't have to make all your friends at the very beginning. Chances are you probably won't even make your friends at the beginning of uni. I still plan on making more friends. Hopefully, if people want to be friends with me, like, I don't want to stop making friends. Don't stop making friends, basically. Any opportunity to make a friend, do it, because university's lonely. Like, let's just start there. It's really lonely, and it's nice to have people, even if you're not besties with them. If you're like, oh, I'm kind of sad, want to go for a coffee, it's nice to have more people that you can offer this to, so that if all of your friends have gone home, but one of them hasn't, you've got someone to kind of go to. Then, about grading. Your grades at A-level, at sixth form, might not be the same as the kind of level that you get at uni. Like our university system, in the UK you get like, 60, 70, 50, 40, it's kind of, you're not really going to get above like an 80 essentially. If you were getting an A star at sixth form, you're not necessarily going to get the A star equivalent at uni. Like I think it's 40 to 50% is a C equivalent, but it's not really. Like especially in first year doesn't count in most unis, it doesn't really count much. First year's kind of a good way to get a gauge of what modules you're better at, what skills you have at uni. Like if you get a really bad grade in your first essay, you clearly, need to maybe work on learning an essay structure for university. If you really struggle with, computational tasks, maths related things, and you get a really bad grade back for that, you need to go and work on your kind of maths related skills. Like first year is almost an assessment of where you need to work on. Like I know that my essays were fine, but my essays for kind of my biology related things were not so good, and my group work was also not so good, but that's not my fault. So yeah, your grades aren't necessarily going to be great. They're not necessarily going to be what you want or what you expect. So then it's okay to not be busy. It's okay to not do things. I know when I came to uni, at the first few weeks I felt like I have to be doing things. I have to be making friends, I have to be just doing things. And like we didn't have a freshers, so it wasn't kind of as much pressure. But like I feel like when freshers is a thing again, it's going to feel like there's pressure to do things. Like you have to go to all these things, you have to make friends. You don't. It's fine to, say no to events. Like it's nice to say yes, but you know your own limits. If you don't want to go out every night, don't go out every night. If you just need one day a week to just do literally nothing, do nothing for a day a week. You don't always have to be studying, you don't always have to be working, you don't always have to be socialising. I didn't do that much work at uni. I spent a lot of time doing free time things, and that's what works for me. Like, if you need free time, take your free time. Don't kind of force yourself to work when you don't need to, when you don't really have to. Like, relax, take a breath, take your free time, allocate your time how you want, but know if you need a break, you can take a break, you don't have to be working. So then, learn how to budget, please. So many people I know are in their overdraft, and it baffles me. I just don't get how people get into their overdraft. Like, I'm really lucky that I get a really big student loan and I do get a maximum bursary, but I also have a job, and I'm also good at budgeting money. I'll put a video in the cards, I think this is the card side, that I did about managing your money, like getting a student bank account, financial spreadsheets, that kind of thing. I don't have much money knowledge. I didn't do economics, I don't know anything about money. I just know how to manage my money, budget my money, save my money. And it just really is something you should learn how to do, because you don't want to get into your overdraft and then have to work to kind of pay your way out of your overdraft. You don't want to feel like you can't do things because you don't have the money to do it. Like, learn how to budget, learn how to manage your money, please. Then another thing, learn your city. You might never live where you live again. I moved to Southampton. I've never been to Southampton. I've been to Southampton once before I came to this uni. Learn about it. I might never come back here again. Like, once I finish uni, I might piss off somewhere else. Like, I might never be in Southampton again. Learn your city, learn about your city, explore the different things about your city, especially in your first year summer, if you're not doing anything healthcare related, is long. I'm still in summer. I've had from June or May. Like, it's the same as my summer from year 12 to year 13, from year 13 to uni. Like, it's long. You've got time to go and explore. Even in first year, like in the first few weeks of uni, you've got time to go and explore. Like, and that you can also use your exploring to make friends. You can be like, right, anyone want to go down here? Like in Southampton, we've got like the docks and stuff. Anyone want to come and look at the boats with me? Anyone want to go and explore Portswood with me? Anyone want to go here with me? You can use it to make friends, but you can also learn about the city, because it's nice to know. You might really like your university city and you might want to live here when you're finished with uni. You won't really know about that if you don't actually explore it. Like, it's all well and good kind of staying in your happy bubble of your house, but if you don't actually know what the city's like, you're not really learning about it, you're not really exploring it. Then get into a routine. So before I came to uni, I didn't really have a routine because I didn't have anything to do. And kind of as soon as I got here, it took like 3 weeks or something for me to get a routine. But I eventually had a routine. I woke up at the same time each day. I would do 15 minutes of this in the morning and I would do this in the afternoon. You know, evenings was for the gym. Wednesday afternoon was for netball. Like, find kind of a nice weekly structure to keep you kind of feeling busy and not feeling too lonely, because university is lonely. Again, it's not gonna be great beginning. Like, my next point is literally, it will suck at the beginning. You know, you might fall in love with your city, you might make really great friends, but there are gonna be moments when it's not so great, and that is fine. At the very beginning of uni, I was like, yes, I like this, but do I like it enough for 3 years doing a degree? Like, am I comfortable enough? Am I independent enough? Like, at the beginning, it's hard, it doesn't feel the best, but honestly, having a routine will help, having lots of friends will help, doing loads of things will help. Like, everyone will feel the same. Everyone's in the same boat. Everyone's moved into a new place that they don't really know, with people that they don't know, living on their own, probably for the first time, doing a subject that they might have never studied before. It's all completely new to everyone. And like, that's completely fine to be overwhelmed. It's completely fine to be stressed. Doing some things will help it feel better. Some things suck, and that's fine. And some things will stay sucking. Some things will suck for a bit and then they'll be really good. Some things will suck for a bit and then they'll just be okay. Stick it out and work out how you're feeling a few months after. Like, when you come back in January, are you still feeling awful? Do you still want to carry on with your degree? Like, don't make any decisions too quickly. Don't like come to uni and a day later be like, no, I don't like it, because you've not experienced it. Like, it's not going to be the best at first, and that's fine, but stick it out, do what you can to make it better. Like, don't expect kind of it to just become better. Do what you can to make it better. If you're feeling really lonely, meet up with more people, make more friends, do more things. If you're not feeling like you're being academic enough, go to the library more. Like, find solutions to your own problems. And this kind of links to my next point, which is basically just learn how to do things yourself. No one's going to do things for you. You have to wash up, you have to cook, you have to clean. Learn how to do this, particularly cleaning, because oh Jesus, some people don't know how to clean and it's really gross. Like, learn how to use a Hoover, learn how to use an iron, learn how to clean a sink, learn how to clean your bathroom. Just learn how to general clean. Like, cleaning is not that hard. Like, worst comes to worst, packet of antibacterial wipes and a Hoover and you're pretty much fine. But just learn how to do things. Learn, 4 meals that you can make so that you're not gonna die. Learn how to do your washing. What setting do you put your clothes on? Learn how to separate your clothes. What can you put in your washing machine? Learn the things that you don't really think you have to know. Like, if you're at home, ask your parents, like, what do I need to know? Ask them to help you, basically. If you don't know how to iron, right, mum, help me iron before I go to uni so I know how to do it. Like, it's not going to take too long to learn these things either. Like, cleaning, really quite easy. You don't really need any skill to clean. Cooking, honestly, just learn like 4 meals that you can make. I make the same kind of 4 to 6 meals just in a cycle, and that works for me. Just learn some general householdy things, because you're now having to manage your own household and people will hate you if you can't do these things. So then I have I think my final point. Don't stress about imaginary deadlines. And I know that's going to sound a bit weird, but like, they're almost kind of social deadlines, I feel like. As in, I know that it got to it was like November and everyone had found a house and everyone was like happy with their like friend group, and they were like, right, I'm happy with my friends, I'm gonna live with them. And I was like, I got like 3 friends. I don't know what I want to do with my life. I don't know who I want to live with. Like, I don't feel ready to do these things. There's no actual need to do that. Like, the social deadline was like November, but I didn't do anything until February. Like, I didn't sign on my house until end of February. Like, don't feel like you have to do these things early. Don't feel like you have to kind of rush into decisions, because you might hate your flatmates as well if you want to if you want to move in with them, you might hate them a month later. Like, don't rush into decisions. Don't feel like you have to make decisions quickly. You know, things like changing your course. Don't feel like you have to do it really, really rapidly. Don't feel like your friendship group has to be kind of complete by Christmas. Like, don't fall into these imaginary pressures of deadlines existing, because they don't exist and they're not going to exist, and it's fine to not meet these deadlines. Like, I didn't really complete my friend group until a few months ago. My friend group is also not complete. We'll be making more friends in second year, hopefully. Didn't sign on my house until end of February. There was still plenty of houses. Like, quick kind of side note about houses, you've got a lot of time. Like, I don't know if it's just Southampton, but there are a boatload of houses. Like, I could probably still sign onto a house for the start in like October. Like, you've got a lot of time. Don't stress about things. Like, uni is supposed to not be too stressful. Like, you know, there's going to be times when it's stressful because it's like sixth form, but like, there shouldn't be any stress that's extra or just exists kind of because you've created it. Like, basically, don't stress yourself out with things that shouldn't be stressful. Don't rush into anything. Don't let yourself kind of create imaginary deadlines. There is no real deadline for anything other than like exams. But yeah, that is pretty much everything. I don't want this video to be too long, but those are my tips. I will link here any other freshers videos I've made that could be useful for you. I think I have like some tips for freshers. I have managing your money. I think that's around it, to be honest. But yeah, hopefully this was helpful. If you have any questions, leave them down below, DM me on Instagram. Always happy to help if you have any like generic university questions or also like specific University of Southampton questions. Yeah, if you did enjoy this, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more incredible content by Saskia. And I'll see you in my next video.